Hi guys, today we're going to talk about the Sega Saturn for our very first episode for Saturnday. And what I wanted to do today, just to sort of like usher in this new feature, was to go through everything that I've already talked about for the Sega Saturn. I've talked about the system itself, I've talked about the action replay card, I've talked about the what was it called? The Virtua Stick, the arcade stick. I've actually spoken a lot about this right here, which is the Netlink Internet Modem, which I highly recommend every single one of you watching this. If you have a Saturn, go pick one of these up before they disappear forever. And the reason why is because it uses a peer-to-peer connection, meaning you just call. As long as you have a landline, this works. You don't need a dial-up service or anything, you just need a landline. If you've got a landline, it will work, although long-distance charges do apply. I showed you guys how to set up a game using this right here. Sorry for the reflection. That's Duke Nukem 3D. It's the new exclusive Saturn-only level. Yeah! And it was online enabled, again, using peer-to-peer. I showed you guys that in 2012, I think it was, 2011, when I did the video, it still works. As long as someone else has the Netlink modem, you have this, you can play these games till the end of time. As long as there remains landlines, you're good to go. So, yep, that still works to this very day. And I showed you guys how to connect it all online. I did very quick, these are unfortunately, these are my second and third ones. These are my Virtua Fighter games. I destroyed the boxes for Virtua Fighter 2. I have spares. These are actually my third ones. I'm crazy. I got so many different retro games over the years. These are the ones that I bring everywhere because I actually destroyed, I think it was the long boxes in the move that I got here. So I just put them in some standard cases for now. But thankfully they're my like triplicates, if you want to call them that. So I covered both of these games. I talked about the features that I covered. Now we're going to talk about, let's see, was there anything else? No. I talked about the quality, how to get a really good quality from the Sega Saturn using RGB cables, using either a cheap upscaler or using the X-RGB Mini, like is what I use right now for all of my video reviews. What else? I wrote a list down here so I don't forget. Yeah, okay. Now, reviews. So I talked about Virtua Fighter 1 and 2. I recently covered Deep Fear, which is a fantastic game. I've covered X-Men versus Street Fighter. I'm going to put it like that, make it easier for you guys to see. I covered Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. And I covered the Salamander Deluxe Pack Plus. So if you're interested in any of these particular titles, just hit up the Sega Saturn playlist and go check out all of these different features and what have you. Okay, for North American releases, I covered this one right here. That's Burning Rangers. I also covered one of my favorite games of all time, Sonic R, sarcasm included. I absolutely detest this game. I know a lot of you watching like have given me shit over the years because you really enjoy this, and power to you, good for you. I really did not like the way this played. Love the graphics, love the sound, love the singing and voice samples, but man, the controls just destroy it. I covered one of my favorite Saturn releases ever, which was Shining the Holy Ark. This is an incredible game. Go check out the review for that for more information. Also, got to pause for a second. I just thought that if you do go check out any of my old reviews, just be warned that I did not have the X-RGB Mini at the time. I did not have the quality microphone I have, the quality camera I have. There was a lot of stuff I didn't have back then, so naturally, as these videos, you know, as they progress in the playlist, they get better and better quality-wise, okay? So just be warned of that. Okay, I also covered this bad boy right here, Shining Force 3. This is the main reason why I want to get a modded Saturn, so that I can actually go back and sort of do like a re-review where they've patched this game so that it actually flows exactly like the Japanese one and leads in to Shining Force 3 Scenario 2, Scenario 3, and the premium disc. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in months and years and decades to come. So anyways, there's Shining Force 3. The standard review is up for that. We also have Daytona USA. This is the launch version, and yeah, it's something, all right. All right, what else do I got? Covered this, which was Mortal Kombat 2. There's a review up for that if you're interested in that. There's also a review for what many consider the best game on the Saturn, which was Nights into Dreams. I actually am going to have a video on this next Saturday all about this game and Sonic X-treme. So, well, it's nothing actually to do with this game, but more about the engine of this game. So be sure to check that one out. You're going to really enjoy that. Got a lot of good video samples for you guys, so you're really going to enjoy that. And then the third Saturday, I think we'll be good to go with our first review. We'll see what happens. All right, and then I covered Panzer Dragoon. I covered Panzer Dragoon 2. And then I covered, which was one of the last games I covered for a long time, which many people consider this the Holy Ark. This is Panzer Dragoon Saga. And that concludes everything that I have covered up to this point on the Sega Saturn. From here on out, I'm going to be covering, well, pretty much everything that you guys asked for when I posted the video on the Saturnday as a whole. And so I've got, oh boy, I think 60 games you guys mentioned in total. It's crazy how many. So I've got a lot of work cut out for me. Currently at my house, I have about 100 to 120 Sega Saturn games that I found. So if there's a game in particular that you really want to see, just, give me some time to start, putting these reviews together, and we'll see what comes of it. But for right now, I'm going to be working on Clockwork Knight. That's the first one that you're going to see. And then I've got a few surprises and more features like this for the coming weeks and months ahead. So welcome to Saturday. And it all begins right now.